friends. Got a lot done yesterday with cleaning up the kitchen and the pantry. I think this has just become a kitchen makeover reorganizing vlog, and that wasn't really the intention. It was really supposed to just be the pantry, but I've slowly been doing everything else in the kitchen. So I'm going to show you what we've done so far. There's still some organizing slash cleaning. By cleaning, I mean throwing things away that has to happen. But I think we hit a really good point. Like when you look at the kitchen, it looks phenomenal. And then of course, like looking from the kitchen into the pantry looks amazing. Of course, with all the reorganizing, it has freed up space in certain areas. So now I just have to think through like how I want to use that space and move some other things around, which is why we're not like rushing to clean things up, trying to be intentional. So there's really 2 phases left for this project, and that's cleaning up the things that need a home or shifting things around now that there's more space within the cabinet in the kitchen, and then also creating labels for all of the storage organizers and the bottles that are within the pantry. I had ordered some from Amazon when we first moved here, but I don't know, they just felt boring. And so now I want something a little bit more custom, and it also gives me an excuse to use the Cricut that I have not touched in I don't know how long. I'm gonna get back to designing and creating these labels, because if I can get that done today, then the rest is easy. But I know me. I know this Cricut part is gonna take forever. Okay, so everything that's behind me is stuff that is either supposed to go in the fridge, so these are fridge organizers. It might be trash. Might be. We'll see. And then there's some stuff that has to go back in the garage. And then over here, those are the extra organizers and some boxes that we have to break down, and some extra just like random house stuff that either has to go into the garage or it'll be trash. So compared to where we started, I think a lot of progress has been made, and it's been what? I started on Tuesday and today's Thursday. No, I started on Monday. So yeah, not bad. Now I'm gonna work on the label. I already have a design in mind. I just have to create all of them, which is fun. I'm actually gonna double check that I have the right list, because I wanna make exactly for what I need. And then if I need to make more in the future, I just have a template and then we can go from there. Got my list, so I know exactly what I need to make. And there are 3 different sizes. So this will be fun, trying to figure out the dimensions. I'm gonna see if I can find a template and then make everything that I need to. So I'm just printing and cutting once. I finished up the design, but the Cricut design space is not playing nice with me right now. And I feel like I'm getting to that point of I can just redo all of this. I'm not going to do that. I'm actually going to call it a night and try again tomorrow. Maybe watch some YouTube videos to figure out how I can make this work, because I really don't want to change the design. So I'm going to relax for the rest of the night and we'll pick this back up tomorrow. This kitchen organizing turned out to be more of a fail, not because my organizing plan isn't working. I still have more that I'd like to get done, but it took me 3 days to make the labels for the containers in the pantry, the spice jars, and the like bottles for the vinegar and sauces and stuff. And I had all the materials, not like I had to go get anything. I followed all the instructions, but working with that Cricut design app, it was about to be my 13th reason. I know there has to be an easier way to do it. Like there are people that use their Cricut all the time for making labels like this. They sell them. So there's no way that it has to be this complicated. And if they're spending hours on it, that is crazy. So because it took me so so long to just make the labels. And then, well, first I made the labels in Canva, like doing the design. I already had like the design in mind. Javante and I talked about it. We agreed on like what we wanted it to look like. So making it in Canva was like a breeze. There was just one thing I had to change with the font just to make it like more clear and visible. But again, easy fix when you're in Canva. Import it into the Cricut app. At that point, I have like 70 to 72 labels that I'm making in 3 different sizes. So it was like 40 in one size, 24 in another size, and another 7 or 8 in the last size. I have to import them one by one. So I can't do like a bulk upload where the dimensions, resolution, all that's already set. I have to upload it one by one and then reset the dimensions to make sure that it's accurate. So that took me forever. Then printing everything, which once you get it into the app, fine. I then go through the cutting process, and I'm using only Cricut material. So it's like, should all work together. It should be talking to each other and doing all the things. The vinyl paper that I'm using is from Cricut. My machine wasn't cutting all the way through on some of the pages. I calibrated it twice, but there are still moments where I'm like taking what was cut off the backing and the actual sticky part is getting stuck to the backing. So then it's basically like slicing the sticker in half. So then I had to reprint some, recut them. And so at that point, I was just like, I'm not touching anything else in this kitchen. I got all the labels on, but as far as like doing some of the other stuff, I'm just gonna have to do it like slowly because it just feels like I've spent a lot of time on this. And not that it's turning out bad or anything, but it's just for how much time I've spent with like some of the other things that I want to do. And like the other piece of the organizing is like moving stuff around in the cabinets. That's also going to take time because I got to take stuff out and put things in and kind of like do all that. So I think I'm going to end this organizing vlog here just because I think I need to regroup on like what I want to do next, because I'm also not trying to waste time or like get stuck on things. If you want to keep up with the kitchen organizing chronicles, keep watching future vlogs because I'll definitely share like more of what I do in there. And then of course other like organizing projects around the house. Javante and I were just talking like there's going to be some more projects for sure. So there'll be lots more to come and I don't have to finish it all this weekend. Thanks for letting me rant and thanks for spending time with me as always, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.